different standpoint too, because my our copy of the Good News Bible, as we discovered yesterday, has quite a different translation. And so I was stuck on the word happy as opposed to the translation of blessed. So this is my reflection on that. Being someone with no real religious schooling, but yet someone in education and someone who believes in lifelong learning, I looked at this Bible reading and started to approach it as I would with anything that I wanted to learn more about. First, I read it straight through, then I read it out loud, then I started trying to pull it apart and analyze it. To do this, I of course took to the internet right away. In the Good News version of the Bible, which is the one that I had handy at home, after the second verse there is a bolded title, True Happiness, just before Jesus starts going through the different types of people that are happy, will be happy. So that's where I started my internet search. When Googling True Happiness, the first result that came up was from www.truehappiness.com. In the details part of that first result right there on the results page, it said, true happiness is worlds apart from normal happiness. True happiness describes a sense of inner well-being, peace, and vitality that is with you most of the time in most circumstances. People who experience true happiness feel a deep sense of gratitude for simply being alive. Okay, that's not a bad start, I thought. The next result was a blog entry from Huffington Post titled, 15 Essential Keys to True Happiness. The title sounded okay, but I wasn't crazy about the source. Then came the link to brainyquote.com with some quotes on true happiness. Although I love quotes, I didn't bother clicking on that link right away either. The next result was from a website called The Passion Test. I decided pretty quickly that that was probably not a website that would help me. So after spending a surprising amount of time online and not really feeling much more inspired about this reflection, which is one of those reasons that I love and hate the internet at the same time, I decided to go back into the scripture again and see if I could get some more direction from that. Looking at the reading as a whole was overwhelming, so I tried to take it apart instead. I got a little stuck on the first two verses, and I liked the part where the scripture says, Jesus went up the hill where he sat down. And it goes on to say that his disciples gathered around him and he began to teach them. And that spoke to me a lot. Picturing Jesus as a teacher is something that helped me. I've always been surrounded by teachers, my mom, my sisters, my own teachers from elementary school up through graduate school, and myself. Now the vision in my head was becoming a little clearer, and I at least had a starting point. Just to tackle the rest of the list of that happy. That was a lot harder to pull apart and to try to analyze. And before I got here and started really looking at it and looking at the both translations, I was too overwhelmed to go much further. So I decided that I was just going to go with true happiness as I have seen it. Family, friends, music and art and education, kindness, understanding, and memories.
Amen.